Hi guys, this is Jeannie with Airbnb Adventures with Jeannie, and this is a house that I'm looking for because I'm looking for a home in Scottsdale right now to rent, and I'm just going to show you guys in Airbnb the kind of things you'll find. You have to look at each room carefully. Now this one mysteriously is missing all the reviews, and it's built in the 1950s, and these are the rooms. It says it's preserved, actually 1950 stuff, but it says that it, even though it's from the 1950s, it says that everything is in good shape. Okay, as you can see, it does look very, very old. Okay, but it's in a beautiful location. It's up in the mountains. So you have to look at that, but you have to think, how am I going to sleep in these 1950 beds if it has the same linen? And you can see the furniture is probably from the 50s too, the same furniture. It's got a nice view. You look through it, okay, it's got an old, it's foosball, which is nice. Then another pretty view. So you're going to have pretty views here. It's got an old pool table. Tell it's older because of the coloring. And again, you have that same old 1950s furniture in here. And he does say in the listing he hasn't updated anything really. Okay, the kitchen looks a tiny bit updated. Looks out at a cement wall on the side of the mountain. You could see it right there. You have to go over this stuff carefully. Old cabinets. You don't really see a coffee maker or a coffee station here. So again, if you like coffee and stuff, you're remembering you're way up in the mountains here. You got to look at where the location is. And it looks pretty basic, not any extras that make it cheerful and inviting really. Okay, again, you're looking outside, you're seeing the side of the mountain. You don't see much of anything. You see an old toaster. Okay, if you look carefully at the toaster, it's a Proctor Silex. It looks pretty ancient. Okay, so it probably was his grandparents' house that he's Airbnb-ing. Okay, you look out here, you see just an old-fashioned sink, a cheap $10 coffee maker. You don't see any cream, you don't see any sugar, you don't see any coffee. Nothing is basically set up. So it's utilitarian. You're going to have to bring it in. Okay, you got a tiny TV in here and a little seating area at the glass tabletop. And again, pretty barren looking out there. Okay, now remember, you're going to be paying like $600 a night for this. So you look again. Let's look carefully at the bed. Now here's one thing you have to consider. When you are in Scottsdale, a place like this, and you got a nice view, you want to sleep comfortably in the bed. Now, if it was a 90-year-old's bed from the 1950s, you got to look at the pillows. Are these $3 pillows that are like rubber? And what kind of comforter is this? Is this a cheap polyester comforter that's not going to be feeling very good with polyester sheets? You can kind of tell just even looking at the rollers here under the frame. And again, it's pretty utilitarian in this room. You don't really see any extras. You see an old lady blanket on a chair. Not a good feature. Okay, so like these are things you look for when you're doing the Airbnbs. You also look for, you don't want to put a whopping deposit. You're not going to destroy the house. So you don't want to pay like a $5,000 deposit on a home. You want to just pay your basic fee, your service fee for Airbnb, your taxes for Airbnb. You want to pay your nightly fee for Airbnb. And oftentimes, a place like this will have a $350 cleaning fee. So you got to look at that stuff. Okay, now looking at this room, it's nice. It doesn't have carpet. It's got 2 chairs from the 1950s, basically. Not too bad. But again, do you want to sleep next to a brick wall? You got a brick wall here. Okay, and here's your bed. It doesn't look luxurious. I'll show you the difference when I show you other videos. So you're looking at all this, okay? You do see that when you look here, you got a nice view, okay? So that's one good thing. Now look at this bathroom from the 1950s. Okay, it even has dirty old carpet on the, well, no, that isn't carpet. When you guys close in on it, you'll see what you're gonna get. That's like a ceramic tile, kind of stone floor, but look at how outdated the bathroom is. It's not that nice. Okay, so we're getting out of that. Here's the shower. It's nice for an older person because they could sit while they take a shower. Always look at the shower head. I find in Scottsdale, a lot of them are busted or they don't work good. Doesn't look too bad. But again, you know, you're looking at a very sterile place. And he does say they haven't done many updates since the 1950s. Now look closely at your towels. You're going to put those on your face. Are they new white towels that are fluffy, or are they old junky towels? They don't look bad to me. They actually look white, which is amazing because in Scottsdale, so many people have dirty old dog towels. It's horrible. And honestly, I've stayed in 22 Airbnbs there, so I know. Okay, this has got a nice little place outside to sit. Again, it's right on the cliff. It's really pretty. And I like that. I love the view there, but it would be nice if it was a hot tub. It's just an old metal table with 2 chairs. So again, you're looking at that. Pretty sterile washer and dryer room, but it will do. And here's your 1950s house. Okay. And it's in a great location. It does have a pool here, but I don't see a hot tub. Okay, so basically it's your old-fashioned house. And you will find you have to really look carefully when you're staying in Scottsdale because a lot of things are ancient and outdated and are from the 70s or older. Okay, so that's not very impressive here. It looks like actually this house will be a future knockdown. I wanted to see if that was anything there, but it's not a hot tub or anything. Because I was actually looking for something in Paradise Valley to rent. See, nothing really is that spectacular. This is kind of cute. It's a little water feature, it looks like. But it probably isn't working anymore. And don't be surprised, guys, if you see it like this on an Airbnb, but it's not working anymore. Because I find a lot of them are broken, and these are old photos. Okay, so here's a picnic table you can eat on the side of the mountain. Little stone area. Okay, it's in a kind of cool desert area. It's a little stone garden they did. Okay, and here is the pool. Okay, so let's make that bigger. Okay, you can see the pool is very old. Okay, it's just a basic deep pool. Nothing really pretty around it. So you might even want to go for a cheaper Airbnb in Scottsdale that doesn't have the view in the mountains. So let's close it and see how much this one is. Okay, so we're going to get out. We're going to go down. It's $422 a night. Okay, so let's look at the fee. You got $422 times 4 nights is $1,687. You have a cleaning fee of $410. You have a service fee of $300. So you're looking at, for 4 nights, $2,400 basically, and that's before taxes. So if you do this after taxes, you're looking at about $2,575 to rent this for 4 nights, okay, with the 1950s look. Now look at the reviews. It's only been, out of 5 stars, it's a 3.83. There's 12 reviews. Okay, so let's go and let's click on the reviews here, okay? It says that for cleanliness, it got 4 stars, yet they're charging almost $400 for the cleaning fee. For value, 3.7. So guys, you gotta look at that, okay? Then look at when the last review is in April of 2023. We're in October of 2023, guys. So does that mean no one has rented it since April? No. It means that they've gotten rid of the reviews since April. So they aren't good. And you can tell by looking at this. The scores are very low. They're supposed to be 5.0s. So again, this is the kind of thing you have to look at. Now, I recently, here I am, I have made wish lists, right? Here's my wish list. Just for 4 days, I've made all these wish lists looking at places. This is the one that I'm considering right now. But the problem with this one I'm considering here, which you can see, look at how much nicer it is. Look at how much more modern. It has a hot tub, it has a pool, fireplace, nice inside, mountain desert views, but it's not in the Rocky Desert. Okay, so now let's look at the price of this one. It's $291 a night, so it's cheaper a night. The only problem I'm finding, and I'm waiting to hear from him, is I don't want to pay a $5,000 deposit. He has a $5,000 deposit on this, and I've never paid a deposit. You are not going to trash an Airbnb, guys. It's very difficult to trash an Airbnb. And if you live in a nice house like this, doubtfully, when you check the person's history that's renting it from you, like you could check my profile, you'll see, you know, that I've been really good. I'm OCD, I'm super neat, I'm not gonna trash it. But I looked at their reviews. Now, oddly, this one only has one review. So that is a red flag. Honestly, I'm just getting desperate because I can't find anything big enough for this trip. So that's why I was thinking of it. And it says here they should add mattress pads to the beds for more comfort, but the pillows were fantastic. That means the bedrooms aren't comfortable. And like I said, it has a $5,000 deposit. But this one fits my needs because it's modern inside, it's pretty. It has a nice pool out in the back. It has mountain views, even though it's not in the mountains. It's in a good location in northern Scottsdale, and it's an average house. But it's got 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms, which is really hard to find. And when you have seniors coming, you really want them to all have their own bathroom. So even if the beds are not that comfortable, you know, I'm willing to sacrifice, but I am not willing to put a $5,000 deposit down. And so I'm waiting to hear from him. So you look here, look at messages, and let's see what he says. Let me see what I can do, he said. He said, the maximum deposit we charge for the house is $5,000. He says, I'm not sure how it looks on Airbnb. Does it sound right? It places a hold on your money before you come, and it's returned if you don't damage anything 2 days after you leave. Now he's going to see what he can do because I'm not renting it if I have to put a deposit down. If you have to put a deposit down and they can't trust you because they're living in the house or whatever, you don't want to rent it. So then you have to go back to your wish list and you have to look again. Some of the places that I saw were just outrageous as far as like this one, for example. I'll show you this Roosevelt house. When you click on it, it's so messy inside and so busy. It actually made my head spin and my husband's head spin. If you look at the rooms, I'm going to show you a room. I mean, this room isn't bad in the Roosevelt house. That one's not bad, but it does have an old Teddy Roosevelt trunk, which yuck, you know. But look at that. I mean, honestly, that looks like an old, that's not bad. The bathtub's okay. But I'll show you things I didn't like about this one. And again, go through your Airbnbs carefully because once you rent it, you're screwed. You are stuck with that Airbnb. Okay, this looks like some little pool with a thing for crippled people. It looks like it's kind of overgrown. As you can see, the vines are everywhere. So it's going to be a little buggy and a little old. And you're going to find that in Scottsdale. It's really hard to find places that aren't old. So I'm just showing you guys, just really go through them. Because like you could see, it's a pretty busy backyard. Not bad, actually, though. This one actually isn't bad, but it's like for a real old person because you can just see that the rooms, it's like you're staying in a haunted castle here. I mean, they just have that dark wood look. Even the kitchen here, dark wood. Not bad, but, you know, just kind of old. There was another room I want to show you guys that I saw here that made me decide not to rent it. And people will show you the weirdest things. Like, why would you show someone this on an Airbnb? Is that thing really going to make you rent it? This old sign? I mean, honestly, people are crazy. So then you go, oh, that's the last one. Okay. It just was too busy to me. And like if you look at it, it just looks too old-fashioned. And you don't want an old-fashioned place. I mean, honestly, is the book I Love Roosevelt going to make a difference? So really think about it when you rent it. Is that the kind of place you want to wake up to? This is Airbnb Adventures with Jeannie with some tips to renting Airbnbs. Bye.